Yeah, the fanatic. Well, we keep it 100, keep it real. That's the only way we know how to be. Talking that sports talk. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of South Carolina, upstate, A64. Yeah, the FANATTIC, the fanatic where we keep it OG. We talking sports, so I call what.
Like we said, man, this is the bowl preview show, man. On to the next bowl, man. We gonna stay. Listen, man, we're gonna be talking about another Florida team. We're talking about Florida State and Oklahoma. And when we talk Oklahoma, y'all know I got to bring my guy in. That's right. It's On Air with Mike. What's going on, Mike?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man. Hey, we in here, dog. How you feeling tonight?
Hey, it's, I'm doing well. My vacation's about to kick in here in a few days, and the holidays are showing up, so I can't complain.
Hey, man, listen, it's like that, man. We on our bowl preview shows today, man. We know everybody's got players opting out left and right, but it is what it is. You guys are going down, and you guys are taking on the Florida State Seminoles in the Cheez It Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
how you
sir.
feeling? What's your initial feelings about going to the Cheez It Bowl?
It was kind of expected. I think the Cheez It Bowl and I think the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, I think, was the top two when it came to Oklahoma's destination. I think this is probably one of the better ones. Hopefully, while our time down in Orlando here in the next, I think, 2 or 3 weeks from now, hopefully Brent Venables hopefully he can recruit some players down there while he's at least get some, kind of get something out of it. But it's a tough matchup. I think this one's going to be interesting. It unfortunately makes bowl games make it for a difficult one to really predict. But Florida State's a really, really good team, and coming into the game 13th in the country, this should be a doozy, and hopefully, neither team loses too many players headed into the bowl game. Yeah.
Before we jump deep into this, man, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at, Mike.
On Air with Mike, my personal one, of course, the Air Raid Attack podcast. The new handle is Air Raid Podcast. Nothing really different except for we eliminated the underscore, but Air Raid Podcast. Download us on all major podcast platforms. New episodes every Thursday morning.
That's right, man. And you think you hit on something, man. Florida State probably was one of the top 5 hottest teams. Yep. South Carolina did some big things. I know Stat Guy's happy about that, taking down 2 top 10 teams. But Florida State was hot. They lost 3 games straight, but then it's like they just reeled off a whole bunch of games in a row.
Yep.
Just to touch on a couple of the opt-outs, I'm going to tell you, I was blown away to see Theo Weiss enter the portal. And now he's in Missouri. Like, Missouri, for one, I was shocked that he got in the portal. Yep. For 2, I'm mad that we didn't offer him because, listen, I like Ra Thomas from Mississippi State, and we'll see if we get him. But this Theo Weiss we talking about here, I'm like, what happened here?
Yeah, Theo opted out last year and, of course, decided to come back for this year. But, that's the biggest question, Coach, is Brent still trying to eliminate the bad grass, if you will, in Norman? We don't really know. But this is a big-time miss that I think later on down the road could hurt us. But we'll see. Theo going from Missouri is interesting. Of course, now I don't know if you saw the report or not, Oklahoma and Texas potentially entering the SEC in 24 is what it looks like now instead of 2025. So maybe they had something to do with it. I'm not for sure. Theo's, he should be almost, Lord, I thought he'd be out by now eligibility-wise. But anyway, Theo's out. The biggest, I think, in my personal opinion, the one lost will be Nick Evers. I know he was on the 3rd string, but a highly talented quarterback out of last year's high school recruit, decided to go into the transfer portal as well. And I was disappointed on that one. But we'll see. Headed into the bowl game, we're, 17 days away. So hopefully we don't lose too many. I would hate to know that we can't come to Florida and at least put up some fight against Florida State.
That's right. Stat Guy, how you feeling about this game, man?
Man, this is going to be a fun game. Mm-hmm. On paper, it does kind of look a little bit like a mismatch, even more so with Florida State staying at home. But honestly, I think this could be a good game. And, we were talking transfer portal. Obviously, transfers coming in don't affect you for the bowl game. But, hey, congrats to Oklahoma. They went out, got them a big tight end that they were all over when he was coming out of high school. They brought him home, Austin Stogner, coming back to Norman. So kudos to that. I thought he was going to be done. He's been in school, it feels like 19 years. But, hey, you got your big body tight end, I guess. I don't know.
Give us the numbers for that Florida State offense, because it's pretty much intact going into the bowl game, and the Oklahoma defense on the other side.
Yeah, you talk about Jordan Travis, man, and he's going to be a definite hot commodity coming into next year if he chooses to stay. But you're looking at an offense from Florida State, 36 points a game, 217 on the ground, and they got a running back room as well, and then 258 through the air. I mean, that offense is just rolling right now. And that's including that little 3-game stretch they went through where offensively they kind of went anemic, and they're still putting up those numbers for the season. On the other side of the ball, you're looking at Oklahoma. They do give up 30 points a game, 189 yards through the air, or on the ground, 189 yards on the ground, 261 through the air. That 189 on the ground versus a team that likes to run for over 200 a game, scary.
Yeah. So how you feeling going into the game? What do you want to see from Oklahoma, Mike?
Honestly, Coach, what I want to see out of Oklahoma is really, what give us something positive heading into 23. I think at this point, 6-6. Obviously, it's a season. Really, nobody anticipated us being, a lot of preview magazines and a lot of people had us playing for a Big 12 championship, but. Something that we're not used to at 6-6. My opinion, I just want to see a good game, and more importantly, I want to see what we have headed into 23 and see who still wants to be a Sooner and who doesn't, and hopefully we can build on a good bowl win and headed into the recruiting season, and hopefully come April get some good spring ball and hopefully make some noise next year in 23.
Yeah, I think you were more realistic than a lot of the Oklahoma fans when we did the Oklahoma season preview, back in the summer. I don't think they actually like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it, Brent Venables, but like Brent Venables came in and, like you say, he's cleaning house pretty much, so he can get his type of guys in. Give us the over, under, and the point spread on the game, stat guy.
Florida State is going to be favored by 7.5 in this game. And the over-under is going to be 66.
God, a freaking barn burner. So I am going to go with Florida State in this game. They are playing in their home state, and their offense is hotter than the Oklahoma defense. But I'll be honest, I thought the point spread would have been a little bit more, just because of how hot they have been playing. You know what I'm saying? And then now you guys don't have Theo Weiss. Oh, man. I'm going to go Florida State. I'm going to go Florida State 31-17. How about that? What you got, Mike?
Hey, I think I like that one. No, I think as much as I would hope, from a bias standpoint, I would love to see Oklahoma beat Florida State. Realistically, I don't see that happening. I don't think we got enough offensive power to keep up with Florida State. Have this. If in case this does go into a shootout, I think the defense struggles at times is still a concern. Hopefully Dylan Gabriel can show us something that he still should be QB1 come next year. I don't think he is. I don't think he should be, but that's a whole different topic for a whole other day. I think Florida State comes in, and I really hope this is a closer game than I think it's going to be. I think Florida State comes in 42-17 over Oklahoma.
There it is. That guy, finish us up with your prediction, man.
Yeah, it's almost like the spread and the over-under just don't really go hand in hand, right? It's kind of weird. But I'm kind of in the same window as you, Coach. I'm going to take Florida State 38-20. They're going to cover. They're not going to go over it's going to be the under, but 38-20 for Florida State. I just think that run game is going to be too much for Oklahoma's defense. And maybe Oklahoma can turn that into sustained drives and not give up the home run, and maybe that'll chew some clock and help them keep it a little bit closer. But I just don't see this as a good matchup for Oklahoma.
Mm-mm.
There it is, Oklahoma and Florida State fans. Y'all get in the comments, man. Let us know what y'all think the score is going to be. And if you're satisfied with your respective coaches' performance this year. And before we let Mike go ahead and tell them where they can find you at again, Mike.
Personal Twitter on air with Mike and Mike KE. Very active on there. Chat it up with me. Even if you're not an OU fan, let's chat it up. And then the podcast, Air Raid Podcast as well. And hey, your very own Coach I and the Sack Guy will be on after the new year. We're taking a break off, and hey, that's where we're at. But that's where you can find me, and hopefully OU comes out on top.
That's right, man. Y'all go out there and check him out, man. And he's a Denver Bronco fan too, by the way. So
yeah, for everyone that this football season's been rough. 3-10 and 6-6. It's either end or this is not what I anticipated.
You deserve a couple of weeks off. All right, Mike, we're gonna let you get up out of here, man.
Hey, we're about to have a few months off here in a bit, so hey, we gotta regroup.
That's right, man. All right, man. I'll holler at you later, Mike.
Take care, guys.
There it is, man. We got the Florida State, Oklahoma. Oklahoma has not looked like everybody thought they were, except for me, because I did not think they were going to go 9-3.
We got it jumping like it's that valley. I call my dogs out the pound, let's go eat. Turn on the fanatic, let's have a debate. Who really hold down the Southeast from state to state? What team hungry gonna eat everything up off their plate?